my God. Hi, guys. Welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Sneaky Pod.
Welcome back.
I am one of your hosts, Janelle.
I'm Elaina, and obviously Henny's not here, so Coco's filling in.
No mic, though.
No mic, yeah.
No mic. We know this is going to be a smaller episode, as you can already tell. A lot has been going on since we last recorded.
Oh yeah.
And we're just here to do a little quick catch-up video episode before we go head into the new year with all of our other regular scheduled episodes and stuff. We haven't recorded since before Christmas.
Yeah,
when we had Bima on, because that was pre-recorded.
And that was pre-recorded, so I think it's been over a month.
Damn, it's been over. Yeah,
because we got with Bima
now,
the second week of December or something,
like the 11th or 12th.
Yeah,
when we recorded. Yeah, so it's been a real long while, but a break that was very much needed.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
We've been through a lot. Just focusing on the pod, like Q4 and stuff, and then a lot of stuff happened in my life that just completely shifted everything for me. So it's been a well-needed break.
Yeah,
but now we're coming back. Coming back from our little hiatus. We're still here. We're going into our second full year, 2025.
Terrible twos. Here we come. We're about to act up. We're about to really act up. Right? I'm kidding.
So yeah, this is gonna be just like a shoot the shits type of episode. It's gonna be quick and easy, just catching you guys up on what we've been doing, what's been going on with us. It's been a lot, just what's happening in LA right now, and then a few things happening over the world right now, or just maybe the US, really.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's been really heavy, and I think for all three of us, it was really hard deciding whether or not we should be putting something out, whether we should take more time, and it really sucks because I think as everybody knows what's been going on in LA with the fires, I think a lot of businesses in the city, it's not life goes on necessarily, but it's a lot of people don't have the choice but to continue to go to work and continue to do those things. Unfortunately, bills got to be paid and all that. So we just wanted to come together and put out something small and let people know we're okay. And Henny's still back in Portland,
so she's safe.
She is safe. I think it's just when the decision, whether she should come to LA, because actually
we were supposed to record last week, or actually put out an episode last week.
Yeah, Henny was supposed to fly in.
Yeah,
when
literally when the
2 days after the fires popped off, everything was booked. We had our schedule set. We had our guests set. We had we knew people coming into town. We were planning on recording and. Yeah, as soon as
the fires happened, it just kind of it changed everything.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to make this feel regular, but also, make it something a little different.
Well, then let's get into what we're wearing real quick then.
Yes. We usually go right to left.
Right,
so Coco, start us off.
He said I'm wearing
I should put a little bow tie on.
Oh, he did just get a wash.
He did. He got groomed. Fritzy's over there being Fritzy per usual. We'll get into that later. But I have on some New Balance. I never know the numbers. What are these? I know that they're the last Bricks and Woods, the butterfly ones.
I don't know what numbers they are either. 1906.
1906. Okay, makes sense. These are I love the colorway on these. Brand new, fresh out the box. That's why I can have my feet on the couch. But I love. This is my first time wearing them. Obviously, I really like the colors. They're super comfortable. I like the yellow. And the laces on these are like the stretchy elastic type of laces, and it has a lace lock. It almost reminds me of like how the Solomon have those stretchy laces, and it's like kind of like that.
I've seen them on your guys' shoes.
Yeah, but it also came with regular laces if you want to switch it out. So
cool.
those were in the box. Yeah, put these on. I have on World Industry olive pants today. Haven't worn some olive pants in a while. I got on my good old trusty needles flannel. Had to bring it back because it's like New Year, but same me. Basic little white.
We should count
top.
how many times she wears.
I know. Honestly, it's probably been at least 10.
This flannel.
I was like,
this
year.
We'll do it this year. Yeah. If anyone could keep count on how many times Elaina wears this flannel.
This is like, and it's so funny because like I had a ton of flannels, but like when I got this one, I was like, this is like every flannel in one. I don't even know.
Is this the only needles flannel you have?
Yes, because they have other ones like this with the patchwork, but they're different. Like it's not the same patch. I think they did. Like I don't know if they're all individually different or what, but but I ended up getting rid of a few of my flannels when I donated too, so that was kind of nice at the same time.
Okay,
but
should have dug in those.
Just some extra large hoops today and. Hair up, nothing crazy.
The hair is really cute. You said you were.
I was like trying to do my hair because it was hair wash day. My hair is greasy, so it was like I gotta slick back. I was like, we're slicking it back today. And my got to be bottle. You know when your hairspray jams?
Yeah. Oh, I don't use hairspray.
Yeah, but like, have you ever had a hairspray bottle? Like it clogs up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And it was not coming out. I was trying to run it under hot water, and I was like, it's not working. So I hit it, and the bottle top broke, and I was like, okay.
Just gotta.
So I was like.
You don't have gel?
I do. That's why I was like, I just like the got to be like sticks it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, fuck. Okay, I have like a little like a wax stick and stuff too. So, but it's not super.
It looks cute though. Like,
thanks.
Yeah. It doesn't have to look extremely slick back.
Yeah,
to still look
it's
cute,
it's put together. But I was struggling for a minute. What do you have on?
So I have on the Nike Spirit-Ons that came out like literally right before the year ended. Shout out to the good folks at Nike for these. Shout out Myrrh. And Stan. These have low key became one of my favorite shoes.
Okay, I'm really sad because
I told you to go exchange it somewhere.
I know. I need
to. This is like my third time wearing these shoes. Like I'm
really, I really like them.
Surprised. I never really wear shoes like this too often. Consistently. Like the only silhouette that I really wear all the time is like my Flyknit racers, and obviously I change. I have multiple colors, but like the fact that I put this shoe on like 3 times already in like less than a month, like that's why I know I really like it. They
look comfy as hell.
They're the first shoes I wore in the new year. I like to break in something for the new year, so the little undead stocking, but I have on Nike's leggings and a vintage Marvin the Martian's crew neck.
Cute.
My hair. Ooh, let me rant about my hair real quick, because the way I need to get it cut, I need to get it trimmed, I need to get a touch up, but I'm going to bleach it.
Are you doing the purple?
I'm doing the purple.
Because I forgot you posted about the hair.
And I was going so back and forth about it, because I actually liked the way my roots are growing out with the brown. I was like, okay, this is kind of cute. Maybe I'll just get like highlights of the brown, just keep it like, But I was like, no, like I really want to do purple again. And I saw some really cute pictures of like just doing it like under, so like a little peekaboo style, like doing it under and like maybe wrapping it around here and maybe a little in my bangs. I don't know.
That'd be cute, especially when you put it up.
Yeah, I know. So I told myself, and because I said like when I turned 30, I wanted to grow my hair back out. But I had been thinking about dyeing it again, just one more time.
Do it before you grow it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I want to keep it. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna bleach it, and then once I start growing it out and stuff, I'm going to just keep continuing to cut it and keep it short. And then maybe by next year, I'll like everything should be evened out by then, so I can just like fully grow it out for my natural hair.
Yeah,
because I don't want to grow out my hair and then bleach it and then have to cut it all off again and then no,
do
like
it now.
While it's short, I'm gonna just do everything I can, get all the fun out, and then start back over. Because I was really looking at pictures like, fuck, like my hair was so long and it was so thick, and I'm like, I had to go, well, not had to go fuck it up, because like I really had a nice fun journey like with my hair, you know. And through that time, you know, you always just learn that like your hair is not everything, you know. A lot of women hold their identity in their hair too. And once I learned that, like, fuck it, it'll just grow back, like you can just do anything with it.
Hair is interesting because like I used to do hair. I love hair. In, you know, like even part of my culture, like hair is actually really sacred, you know? So like, you know, you hold a lot in your hair. So it is true. Like people really, their whole identity is that. But I also think it's really fun. I've gone through, I had green hair for years. So I love that. And I think it's just awesome that like in our day and age, we get to have green hair and purple hair.
And it still be accepted.
Yeah.
And we can do whatever.
I'm excited to see the journey.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting it done on Tuesday. So the next time we record, it should be purple by then. Yeah.
Okay. I know. It's just getting my hair done at the end of the month.
I'm excited. Yay. New year, new me. I can't wait. But yeah, I guess we can catch up a little bit. Actually, a lot of it, because a lot of stuff has happened.
A lot has been going on.
How was your Christmas?
It was really good. I literally spent like a few days at my parents'. Like usually I spend like a day or two and then come home right away.
Yeah.
But I was there for like a few days. It was really nice. I went back like just after that. I've been trying to like be home a lot more.
How many miles is it from
like 90.
Oof.
I want to say
you gotten used to that drive,
I've gotten used to it. No, the crazy thing is the dogs this last Thursday, I went out there because I just got back. I was out there for a few days again, and the dogs had a vet appointment. I take them to the vet out there because it's a lot less cheaper, than expensive than here. So they just had like their checkups, and like Fritzy had shots and stuff. So I ended up staying with that morning. I was kind of running late. They had an appointment at like 11:15 in the morning. And I was like trying to get out the door at 10 a.m. So I'm like getting all the stuff in the car. And I was like, oh, fuck, I got to go. Because sometimes it'll take me an hour and a half. And with traffic, it could be a little bit more. Well, I'm like pulling into Banning, getting off the freeway. And I look and I was like, it's 11:05. And I was like, I literally just got here in an hour flat. And I was like,
that's nice.
Fuck? I was like, okay.
Zooming.
Yeah. And I will say, since they finally opened the fast track in Ontario, it saves so much time
on the 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's
you take the 10 down. Yeah, you don't take the 210.
No, I take the 10. It's like easier for me, and especially because there's fast track here. Covina doesn't have it, but after you get past Pomona, it's fast track through Ontario. So that has started to save me a lot of time.
Do you buy the fast track, or you just?
I haven't. No, I've had fast track. I've had it for a long time because when I was living out on the res, I would come out here and I would like go to like South Bay and like that area, or even like if I was
further out.
Yeah, if I was going to like Anaheim or like Long Beach, I would take the 90 from where we come back. And 90 had a fast track 20 years ago. Yeah. So I ended up getting it just because of that, like one time, and I've had it since. So then they put the fast track on the 110 South, then it's on the 10, and now it's in Ontario. And I'm like, hell yeah. But I've heard it's taken some people a while to like get their transponder things because a lot of more people have been buying it. So, but I think I've heard they've had them at Costco or something too. So I don't know.
I mean, I don't need one.
Yeah.
But I have gone in the fast track lane.
The thing is, it's not like a monthly charge. It's like you put so much money on it, and then as you go through, it just pays the tolls. So,
okay.
Yeah. You pay for like whether you get a sticker or like a transponder. But yeah, like I think in the beginning it would be like, oh, we're going to put $25 on it. And then when that starts to run out, then it would like replenish it.
Okay. So when I charge my car at different like places, it has like, not a set price, but like it'll just say however long I charge. I'll take like $4 off.
Yeah.
Like at Disneyland, it charges me like $4 usually for how long I'm there. But then once my account is under like $10, it'll just redo it.
Same thing. Okay. So it'll just
that makes sense. I never really knew that because you had to use it for anything because everyone's
I think people probably assume it's like a monthly charge. Yeah, but that's what I thought. It's just a little thing, so you pay the tolls up front instead of like. Because you can go through them. I don't think people care about this, but you can. We're just in our own conversation.
Look, we said this episode was going to be some shoot the shit. So we're just going.
If you don't have one of those things and you go through the tolls, you can like go online and just like pay it afterwards.
I do, yeah. It's like an $8 like fee, and then you just pay whatever the toll was.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm probably gonna have to because I was late to my nail appointment the other day, and I just took I was like, fuck it, I'm not.
I'd be like that in the carpool too.
As long as you don't get cut, it's not illegal.
Exactly.
Speaking of cars, because I've been dealing with so much car shit lately. Oh my God. So before I left to Florida, I dropped off my car to the dealership because my check engine light came on. It hasn't been passing the smog check, this whole shit. So I was like, fuck it, let me just take it in. It was almost going to be a $400 just fee flat, just for them to look at it because I had so many like red dots, not red dots, but just like so many errors that were popping up when they checked the car.
Oh my God.
And they're like, we had to charge you double for it. I was like, what the fuck? So I called my dad and I was like, they might have to charge me more. And he was like, just take it in. Like, you need to get it done. You need to get your tag. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, okay. So one of them was the catalyst converter.
Oh,
Catalyst converter. And he was like, yeah, it's going to run you like $3,000 to something $1,000. I was like, fuck, okay. Because that was the issue I had with my old car. And that's why I ended up just getting rid of it because
it's too much. It was going to cost too much.
Yeah, exactly. And my old car had like over 200,000 miles on it. So so with this car, and I was like, shit, like I'm having the same issues. Like it pissed me off because I'm like, I just got this new car.
Yeah,
I spent so much money on it. Like even though it's like pre-owned, but like I got it because I didn't want. Yeah, I got it because I didn't want to. I thought it was gonna have to deal with the same issues again. So then same issues happen. I'm like, fuck. So I leave it, and then as soon as I got back from Florida, the dude calls me and he was like, hey, like we have some good news, like everything's covered under warranty.
I
said, what? I don't even know what warranty it's covered.
I was like,
go ahead, fix it all. Go ahead, order the parts, just get it done. So it took them a few weeks after it was in. The part ended up getting back ordered, so I couldn't get it done then. So after the holidays, I literally just picked it up like maybe a week and a half ago. And he said that I was like, oh, like how much is it going to cost to like get it out? Because I was still expecting like even though the like converter was still like under warranty, I'd have to pay for like the convenience or like the labor fee or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like $0. I was like, what?
Oh wow!
Let me get my car off the lot right now.
Let me pull the fuck out before they try to bring up that $400 charge.
Let me get out of here because oh my God! But I asked them though. I was like, because it's fixed now. Like, can I go get my smog check?
Yeah.
Like, did this one thing fix everything? And he was like, well, drive it for at least like 100, 200 miles. Like if anything happens, like obviously bring it back. But we just had to see if this one thing was the issue. So you should be, yeah. If it was just like a domino effect. And I was like, okay, cool. So my check engine light did come on one day, like 2 days after I got my car. And I was like, shit, man. Because I've been driving my mom's car and she's been bugging me about getting her car back. I was like, God, whatever. So then the next day it went off and it's been off since.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. And I've been driving to Disneyland a few times.
Yeah, you have.
So I was like, I think I need to go get my smog check now before anything else happens.
Yeah, just get it done. Just get it done.
I have been riding dirty since September.
Oh shit! yeah, just get it done.
Yeah, so I'm
I know. I once again don't have tags. So
my God, yeah.
I had tags for like 3 months because they took like 9 months to get them.
Oh shit! And they expired again. That's literally gonna happen to me. My old car though, I was riding dirty for like 2 years.
Oh shit!
Yes, and like, whoo, I'm so quick to. As soon as I see a cop before
no, I'm gonna start men. Some men are gonna watch this and be like, "This is why we talk shit about women and their cars."
I was trying to get it figured out, guys. Okay, it wasn't my fault. Okay, you started talking to the dealership. All right, so it was getting worked out. All right, I was trying to figure it out, but I'm like, next time I might just get a freaking new car or something, like, and just deal with the payments or like
a lease.
Because I just
honestly, I know a lot of people lease, and like I always went and bought and financed my cars, and then after a certain time, I would, when I knew I wasn't going to be under, I would trade them in. So I wouldn't owe anything on the trade in. It would kind of be worth the value.
Like,
I would always
just break even.
Yeah, I would always try to like work that around. But I've had my current car for 8 years because I absolutely love my M3. But it is time. I was like talking about that. I've had it for a long time. I need something new. But
what are you trying to get?
I don't know. I kind of know, like, but it's super expensive. But I'm like, I've also considered like leasing because I know a lot. Like back in the day, I didn't ever want to lease because like I would drive. Like I was in the IE, but I was in the LA all the time. So I was putting miles on my car a month. So like so that was the thing too. But I don't do that as much anymore. I go home, but not. No, I wasn't driving around like every day. I I stay home a lot, but so I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, I love my car. My current car.
Yeah, I know, and it's paid off. So like,
it's paid off. Dude.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't want to like go and get a car off the lot. Like I bought my car from somebody that I found, because I didn't want it. I've never had a car payment.
But leasing's nice. Like I know it's a payment, but it's like, after the term is up, you can trade it in and get a new car. But the thing is like the miles, like you have to kind of,
pay,
because otherwise you have to pay for those extra miles.
And I drive.
That's the thing.
That
was the point of my story.
Yeah. I don't want to be limited to that.
But besides our cars.
Okay, so the holidays were nice.
New Year's Eve was fun. Spent it at Leah's house. She had a cute little New Year's Eve thing.
That was so cute. I told her to post that fucking video.
I was about to say, shout out Leah. She went fucking viral for New Year's Eve in her cutie ass little outfit.
I said, bitch, make this a fucking reel and post it because it was so
cute. And it did numbers on TikTok. And
nice.
Instagram. So it hit like 1 million views on TikTok too.
Oh shit.
And I think it was at like 5 million on Instagram.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was like crazy. Good for her. Good for her. I'm loving it. But yes, New Year's. I know everyone's like, oh, January, reset, renew. Yeah. Kind of on that wave. Doing dry January. Today is the 18th. We're 18 days strong.
Ooh, no alky.
I know. I honestly really like, I know I joke around like, oh, I could use a drink right now, like during the fires, but like not really. I'm not like I'm not an emotional drinker. Like I know probably in times when I was younger, like, times I'm like, oh, if I'm having like a stress, I'm like, oh, a drink to take it off. But like if I'm like feeling away or I'm like sad, I don't want to drink. Like that's depressing to me.
Yeah, it probably makes you more sad.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't like to cry and drink. That's not fun to me. So I try to avoid that. But yeah, so I've been doing good. But today was like one of those days where I was like, I just want like a glass of wine. But I really haven't tried like any of the alternatives either.
Alcohol free.
Yeah, I'm just like, I would rather just drink juice. Like I've been drinking my little mellow Coke can. I love me a good little Coca-Cola.
You're gonna indulge in soda.
Yeah, but I love me a good little Coke. I'll drink like a small one a day.
I gotta figure out what brands were at Coachella that were alcohol free that I had tried.
Oh,
they were
the
really
mocktails,
good.
huh?
Yeah, and I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember if I took a picture.
I was going to say, I feel like I took a picture of it. So
I feel like I took a picture and sent it to you because I was like, Janelle, I'm trying to remember
because it was in the back by the Nike booth.
Yeah,
and I remember I got one at least one each day.
Yeah,
I really wanted to. Speaking of Coachella, though, I really want us to go this year. I want to get sent.
I would love
atmosphere. If
that would be fun,
listens.
especially because I really wasn't on my plan to go this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
the lineup was good.
It was good, but I was just kind of like, it's not something I needed to do. I have a lot going on this year. I've already
Has Henny gone before?
I don't know if she has. I'm not sure. I feel like if she did go, it probably was the year Beyonce was there because like I feel like everybody went, was there. And I didn't go that year.
You didn't? Oh shit!
No, because that year came and it was like I had already hit my 10-year mark, 10 years in a row,
and you were like,
and I was like, I want to take a year off, and it just so happened to be the fucking Beyonce.
Why
year.
would you do that?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Beyonce was
and
really
at the
good.
time, I was kind of like, I was okay with it, but when I watched it back on Netflix, I was like,
oh, that shit was sick. Yeah, that should have not been the year to take a break.
So yeah,
but that's my goal for us this year. So
I think
try to get
goal.
something for Coachella. Yeah, I think that'd be really fun for us to do. Get sent, do content, whatever. Maybe do a special episode somehow, someplace, whatever.
That would be really cute.
That would be really cool for us.
I would love to be able to get to Coachella with a brand or something. I think that would be really fun because I mean, you've been to Coachella plenty of times. I love it. I think it would just be like full circle, like moment.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool for us. So, I mean, there's a lot of things I want from us, for us this year. Yeah. You know, and just because like the year kind of started off kind of like.
I know. We had a lot of plans. We had a lot of plans.
I still feel like we can turn it over.
Yeah, I agree. Just things really with the fires got put on like halt. Yeah. Out of like nowhere.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah. Should we talk about the fires?
Yeah, let's talk about fires.
Let's talk about the fires because the crazy thing is we were momentarily, we haven't really seen each other since.
No.
You were supposed to stop by and get your shoes.
Yeah. Definitely forgot.
But yeah, she didn't come by. We haven't seen each other. And then, yeah, like the week that the fires hit was very eerie in LA. Like it felt like COVID, like the streets were empty. No one was outside, really which obviously should be because everyone was scared shitless. Yeah. A lot of people left town. But it's crazy because
a lot of people did leave town. People that didn't need to evacuate left town just to like get in. And I get it because it's like I think it's probably the hysteria of
it definitely was
COVID again. You know,
it definitely
you want to just get somewhere safe and be safe.
And I think the scariest moment of all that, like not per se, like for me, I wasn't fearful of my life in that moment, but I think witnessing like the third or second day the fires were going on and Hollywood Hills caught fucking fire and watching that on the news because I think it was like all of us like shout out the news stations for staying on for like 48 hours straight.
What's the app called Warning?
Watch Duty.
Watch Duty. There you go.
Bro, so like watching Hollywood Hills catch fire live, it spread like that because those winds. Quick. And watching like your friend Vic. I mean, Vic's my friend too, but that's like your close friend. So like, he lives in Hollywood. I know people that live like right there off of like Fletcher at the bottom of Runyon Canyon. Like I know a lot of people in Hollywood area right there. And like to seeing everyone go to panic and watching Hollywood
evacuate and
gridlock on TV, the rows of cars. And it dawns on me, like I always know if there's a national emergency, like there's probably going to be traffic. But in my head, I'm like, I'm going to go home to the res. But also I'm just like watching everyone at once. I was just like, oh my God, they're going to get stuck. And then you seen with the Palisades that day when the fires picked up.
Everyone just left their cars.
It makes me want to cry thinking about it because it's just like, oh my God. Like those people literally had to get out of their cars and run for their fucking lives. And those cars burned. Did you see the video I had posted? It was a news reporter and she was there a few days after and she shows the side where these cars are burned and they left their cars and she turns the camera to the other side of the street. And all the cars are fine.
Oh, shit.
Like, it was so surreal. Like, it was just like, she's just like, literally, and everyone just had to get out and run. And I was like, oh my God, if they don't calm that.
The fact that,
that's why the firefighters, they were on it for that Hollywood one quick because they knew. Yeah. And there's so many houses up in the hills right there.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, Yamashiro's right there. Magic Castle. I was like, Magic Castle.
I saw them talking about something about it.
Like, there's so much history up there. And like, even in the Palisades, they're like, they said there's been so much like artifacts and art and what's the museum, the Getty? Was the Getty okay?
I think the Getty is okay. Okay. Yeah.
I don't, because I remember everyone was like, it's burning, but then it was like there's two areas. I don't know.
Yeah, the Palisades fire was insane. And then shortly after that, the Eaton fires in Altadena, which is the fire closest to me, that one spread so quickly as well. I was towards, or I'm more west of it. Yeah, I was more west of the fires, but and it spread east so quickly. It was really crazy. And on the top of the Palisades was going west. So they were both going this opposite direction. It was very odd. And I was kind of in the middle of everything too. I was 2 zones away from the Eaton fires to be getting evacuated.
I was watching the line.
Yeah. And we were still like in like I guess like the first tier of warning. Like you could be, but like just prep just in case. Yeah. You know, so like when I woke up that morning, because the night before that, our power went out.
Yeah,
we were talking about that too. Yeah, everyone's power was going in and out. I didn't have any service.
Windy.
Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, you had no phone service.
Yeah, I literally had no phone service. Thank God I had like some candles left from my friend's candlelight that I had just taken with me. So like we had them everywhere. I was like, oh, thank God we had these candles. Cause
I know I have a few tea lights and I have a ton of candles in my house already.
Yeah, and we do too, you know, but like those ones are just like, you just burn them.
And I have incense. Why did all my friends in the group chat that was like, none of us own a flashlight? I was like, I have a mag light.
Actually, we don't have
I have a big ass flashlight.
Me and Deshay were literally like, we're not going to survive in a zombie apocalypse because like we were just not prepared. Like we came up with a whole list of things that we need just in case.
Like 5-gallon water jugs. I have batteries.
I was like, yo, we are not prepared for anything. Like we didn't even have a first aid kit. I'm like, we need to get this together. Like we need to come up with something just to like have. And he was like, yeah, we need to get we need to each have a backpack, like get like a Swiss Army knife. Like we need to pack like what is it? Like a Carhartt, like not like uniform, like one piece thing or like jumpsuit thing. I'm like, why do we need that? He's like, you don't see in all the movies, like everyone just has like a jumpsuit on and it just survives everything. I'm like, okay,
jumpsuit. What is this? Fallout?
Like, going out in fashion now. Oh my God! But it really just made you like think about
what's
all these natural disasters. And exactly what's important too. Because I was like, what the fuck am I taking? If we have to evacuate, like, what am I grabbing?
Okay, what shoes are you grabbing?
See, okay, so I was like, I'm taking all my black cement 3s.
Oh yeah,
all my black cement 3s. I was gonna take my PJ Tuckers and then my my bike airs, my airships, and a couple. we have like these containers, the black containers with the yellow lids. Yeah. So we were just gonna dump everything out and just pack. Yeah. just put our shit in one of those, you know. So it's like, okay, I have enough room.
We have the shoe Hefner bag.
The shoe Hefner bag.
We can fit a lot in there.
We can fit a lot. Oh my God. So I was like, okay, I can at least take about 10 to 15 shoes with me.
Yeah.
And crazy enough, I counted all of my shoes and I have 207 pairs of shoes at my house.
Really?
And at least 20 more pairs of shoes at my parents' house.
I wonder if I should count mine.
You should.
I've never.
When I look back, because I remember I was doing a count on Twitter. Each year I wanted to see how many shoes I had. And the last time I counted was 2020, I think, or 2021. And it was like 150 or 180 or something.
Shit, yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, like I've gotten a lot more shoes. Obviously I've gotten a lot more shoes, but I had to make sure I like replied to that one so I can just keep track of all the years that I've done it. Anyway, so I know I was going to take those shoes. I was going to take some Funko Pops, some of my like Loungefly bags and just like my other like little designer bags or fandom bags too. And then a few jackets. Yeah. Because there's so many jackets that I have that I just cannot get rid of.
I agree.
Like, I need to keep those. So those were like the superficial things that I was material things, that I was going to like take with me. Yeah. Because I feel like we always talk about, especially when you have big collections or just anything really, you're always like, if something happens, like, what are you going to take with you? Like, what are the ones that are truly that important to you?
Yeah.
And I definitely know which ones
definitely
would be.
Both my 94s. I have Chicago's and black and reds. So I was like, my 94s have to come. My Yeezy 2 Plats.
Oh,
I was like, I absolutely have to bring the Yeezys. Probably my Stussy SBs.
You're damn right.
And then I was like,
my canaries.
Yeah, girl, see? And then I was like, my Lodens. And then maybe just like, I don't know, it was like a few little things sprinkled in there. But I was like, those are the first ones that popped up in my head. Yeah, like,
same.
That I was like, I absolutely have to bring these. And then, I was like, my designer bags.
Oh, like, yeah.
I would have to, like, I was like, in the group chat, I was like, fuck my clothes, my bags, and I'm grabbing a few shoes. Those bags,
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was, So I think just in that, us like thinking that thought, because like you're west of where Eaton was, but I'm like south. And I didn't feel like at any point, like, shout out everybody who checked on us, who messaged the pod page.
Thank you so much.
Messaged us individually. Really super appreciate every single one of you guys. I'm in a space where even though I was south of Eaton, I'm like,
it was
you'd have to burn through like 2 cities to get to me.
She was good.
Yeah. So I knew like I was not in like any like
real
immediate real danger. Yeah. But it also like, it was just very weird with everything going on because like we're just like, are people setting these fires at this point?
Yes.
And then there was videos of people trying to set fires
after
was actually insane. But like, you know, the whole
arsonists.
And so it just kind of was like, you know, you didn't know what was gonna pop up next to you. But I'm I could see the mountains this way where like Eaton is.
But you're closer to the 10 freeway.
Yeah, I'm closer to the 10 freeway and not near the mountains. Palisades and Eaton, Hollywood Hills, these are all mountains.
Yeah, they're all
with
the hills.
Dry brush and weeds. And, you know, there's a reason these caught fire and stayed on fire. Like all of those areas in LA and like north of here that we're catching were in these dry, brushy areas. It wasn't there. Obviously, Palisades burned through homes and businesses and like a whole city. Absolutely. That was a freak fucking, I mean, obviously a natural disaster.
Palisades is crazy.
And then even with
burned down. And that's where
SK used to go to Palisades.
Used to go. Yeah.
I messaged Henny like, yo, SK's old school just burned down.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for those kids. Somebody had said, sucks. Imagine being a freshman. Being a freshman during 2020 COVID. And as a senior, you're fucking
my God, I just got chills. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Like,
I could not imagine living oh my God. That fucking sucks, man.
And Eaton and all that, or not Eaton, Palisades, excuse me, is literally like north of Santa Monica.
Oh, yes.
So like it was very close to that area. And it's just, I mean, the whole story of the man with his dogs. Oh my God. Did you see that? Oh my God. So it was the first day these Palisades fire popped off and they closed everything down. This was the afternoon before Eaton even started up because the Palisades started burning Tuesday morning. Let's backtrack. Yeah. So Palisades start burning like Tuesday morning. Keep in mind, like days up to this, I'm getting like some weather warnings talking about, you know, high wind advisory.
Yeah, we saw.
And I'm really not saying like I wasn't paying attention to it because we get
wind.
We get winds. They're like Santa Ana winds are a known thing out here. Where my reservation is at and towards Palm Springs where people know like the windmills, it gets very windy out there. I've dealt with like winds, you know,
the windmills are there.
And I was telling Janelle earlier, you know, like on our res in that area, sometimes like they'll shut the power off during like very windy storms and stuff. But they kept sending these wind advisories and, you know, a lot of everybody I personally shrugged it off. Like I wasn't thinking I was like, what do you mean life-threatening winds?
Yeah. Like in a day or two? Like how is that? How is that gonna happen? When everything's so calm now.
Everything was so calm. And I was just like, I've dealt with wind before. Ha ha ha. So Tuesday morning comes and I'm on this is the 7th. We're 7 days into the new year. And I'm on my like sobriety, health, mental, this, that. Ooh. And me and Leah are like, I had been hiking. We went hiking already like the week before and we were going to go hiking that morning. And I was like, oh, let's go up to eat. And it's like north of me, like 20 minutes probably. So we go up and Vanessa is texting in our chat and she's like, is it windy where you guys are at? And where I'm at, I was like, no, it's not windy at my house. We go up towards Eaton and it's windy as hell. And we're like, oh shit. Like we just got up here. It's pretty windy. And Vanessa's like, yeah, it's really windy at my house. Vanessa's in North Hollywood area. So we're like, oh damn. Like, no, it ain't like that here, but it's windier up this way. We get to the canyon to hike Eaton and it's closed due to weather because it's so windy. So we're like, damn, we just wanted to like get our workout on. We found like we go down, I forgot what the main road is right there because that's the one that caught fire and all those lovely houses. We go like half mile down the road. We find like another area. It's like a small trail, like not even a mile. We just kind of wanted to get outside. It was very windy. I have a video of Leah. Actually.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Yeah, and she's like fake blowing in the wind. I have a picture of a tree in the parking lot that they coned off because this huge tree fell over. Oh, it was so windy. Watch.
We'll put it on here.
We'll put it on here. And so we're kind of out that afternoon and we leave the area. We go mess around at Home Goods and then we come back to my house. And then it starts picking up here at my house, the wind really bad. And then that night hits and I'm like, it's like 6:20. And I call my family, I'm like, yo, the wind's getting crazy out here. And my brother like, if you're going to start telling me about the wind, and we kind of laugh. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little scared. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, it's
kind of crazy.
Because it was like hitting my window and you would like hear it. Mm-hmm. So that's when like 6:20, they said freaking Eaton Canyon's on fire. And I'm like, wait, what?
As soon as our power went out, that's when I started hearing about the fires. And then I got the app just to make sure. And then my service, I barely had any service. Yeah. It kept on going in and out. I could actually make calls. So I just called my parents to tell them we were cool, but like our power went out and whatnot. But then we were all going off in our group chat. And I'm like, shit, I can't even reply to any of these right now. Yeah. but all my text messages kept coming through, but I couldn't send anything. So I'm like, this is so weird.
So annoying.
So our power went off like around 7, 8 o'clock Tuesday night. And then I believe it came back on sometime around 2 a.m. or whatever. Cause that's when I woke up randomly and I saw it. But I also saw that like the alerts of like the evacuations and stuff. So I'm waking up like Wednesday morning and I'm looking and I'm checking, and that's when I saw that we were so close to it. And I was like, it was like 7 a.m. or something like that. And I was like, honey, like we might have to like evacuate. Really think about like if we're going to evacuate or not, and like what we're going to do. So like I told my parents, and then I said, well, if anything, like we'll just try to go up there to their house in Rancho. But in my head, I was also like, we had to pass the Eaton fires to get there.
Yeah, you'd have to go like south to the 10.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe I'll go to my Ninong's or my either my godparents' house in Cerritos or like our Lakewood. I was like, I know we'll be cool over there. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking, you know. And he was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm like, dude, like if we really have to evacuate, we have to go somewhere. Yeah, okay? You have to go. Like I'm not about to be here with you trying to be like waiting to the last minute. Like no. So the whole day we were like trying to plan out like he was supposed to go to work, I think, and like we just kind of like just took the day to like chill, just to see what was gonna happen. Just someone was home just in case, you know. And so we just kept getting updated. Nothing had changed, and I was like, okay, cool. Like we don't need to like do anything yet, thankfully. But it was still so close. And then we went to the store just to grab like some water, some snacks and stuff because we were getting low and we didn't know how long. Yeah, what was going to happen. So then the next day comes, nothing had changed. And then I think on Thursday or Friday, that's when all the evacuations got lifted. And I was like, oh, okay, thank God. Like, you know. I'm thankful that and the winds finally calmed down. Yeah, so I was thankful that we didn't have to like fully evacuate, but like at that time like Vic had to evacuate, so we went to one of his friend's house, and like a few of the other homies did as well. I saw a post that said, who would have thought in 2025 that downtown would be the safest place in LA right now.
But even
that's hilarious because
the funny thing is because where Leah lives downtown, that building next to her house two times like a week or so ago, there was like an old abandoned building that caught fire. It was a big old thing. It went out. The building next to it, Tuesday morning of the Palisades. This is downtown. That fucking building caught on fire again. It was out. Then like sometime in the morning, Palisades caught fire, and it like progressively got worse as the winds picked up, and that's when everything was going on with Palisades. And then by 6:30 Eaton fire catches, and within like an hour that fire was raging because the winds had picked up so bad Tuesday night. Like it was crazy. My power went out down here for a little minute. It came on in the middle of the night.
Matt stays like literally like less than 10 minutes away from me. Like I'm on the top of the freeway, he's like towards the bottom, right below it. And his power was out for longer than mine was. And I haven't talked to him. I haven't asked him how long it was officially out. But I was like, dude, we're not even that far away from each other. And the fact that your power is still out, like that's insane.
On my neighbor's app, there was people in Alhambra that kept for like 2 days. Like, does anyone have power again? And I was like, oh shit, thank God I'm there. I actually have a video. I'm going to try to like screen record it, and maybe we can put it on here so people can really see the winds, because on my neighbor's app was going off Tuesday night because when the winds were really crazy, there was a video of a guy. He goes outside and he's looking around. You could see shit just blowing. Yeah. Why does a billboard almost hit him? I'm not even lying. It's on the yes. What? I'll show you right now, girl. I'll show you right now. Let me try to find it.
What the fuck?
I'm so serious. Like I sent it to Ari, so I'm like, I know it's in here. Because on the Ring camera, it'll.
That's crazy.
Let me see. High emergency. The sun.
Yeah, I saved all my screenshots from
right here. Yeah, I sent my cousin everything. Look at, watch. He comes outside. Oh, it's not screen on mirroring. We'll just watch. He kind of gets closer out here.
He's really just standing there.
Oh! Tell me that wasn't so...
Oh my god. Oh my god. That literally... Oh...
Bro, fucking billboard almost hit
getting,
this man.
Yeah, like 2 inches away from getting...
Wow. Yeah. Absolutely insane.
I will say, like, one, obviously my heart goes out to all the families and all the businesses that, like, have gotten burnt down, people's family homes and stuff. I've heard so many stories about that. Like, that freaking sucks. I also didn't realize how much of a Black and brown community Altadena had. I had no idea.
Same.
I was like, whoa, that's
because I know Altadena is also known for, I'm not going to say just like a rich area, but the houses are very nice.
It's next to Pasadena,
yes,
which is like very old money.
And South Pasadena is even more. Like, some of these houses, these houses you see like on movies sometimes, and like these are like Pasadena. Some of the richest houses in California are in South Pasadena area. So it's like Altadena close to the mountain, Pasadena right below the 210, and then South Pasadena. So like there's a lot of beautiful old homes, like, and you know that's just those are generational for sure,
exactly,
which is really sad. And
it sucks.
Me and Henny had talked about when we went to Clink this past summer, and she's underrated brand. On socials, had an event, and she passed out these amazing little goodie bags with all kinds of stuff. And her cousin was working the door, and it's so random because me and Henny just like ended up chopping it up with her for like 10-15 minutes. She was the sweetest girl in the world. We were talking about the pod. We gave her stickers. Like, she was just super sweet and supportive. And her family's house ended up burning in the Altadena fires. And my heart just goes out to her. I felt really bad. It's just like, I feel like a lot of people in LA all knew somebody who was affected in some way or another.
This guy that I used to talk to in like high school, we remained cool and stuff like that. His family house burned down too. And I was like, it's been, because I've always known him to live in Pasadena too, and like I didn't think that something like that was gonna happen. I know more people that have gotten their house burned down in Altadena from the Eaton fires more than the Palisades.
I feel like there was a lot of Palisades definitely took out a lot, but I feel like for some reason the same, like Altadena, like and the thing with Altadena is it's a city, but it's a certain type of city. I forgot what it's called because it doesn't have its own mayor. It's like I'm gonna look it up because it's the thing with, because they were talking about too, like how Mayor Karen Bass, and you know, a lot of people were blaming her for stuff. There's been a lot of misinformation out there.
Like you said, you were getting warnings and stuff about the winds, and obviously I'm assuming the mayor would too. But she was in Africa
somewhere. I think something like
Africa,
that.
Yeah. She just wasn't here. So like as soon as she came back, like I saw a video of like a news guy like harassing her off the plane and just like talking about, oh, you don't care about what's been happening, yada yada yada. And obviously she was just quiet the whole time. But I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, Altadena is an unincorporated community, but it said it's also a quiet, tight-knit town bordering Echo Mountains, and has long been a home for Black families who migrated west in the 60s and 70s, as redlining laws prevented them from purchasing homes elsewhere in the state. That's what
I was seeing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really, really, really hope that we see Altadena get rebuilt in these coming
I do too. I hope it gets rebuilt.
It's going to take a while though.
Be a communal place, because I've seen a lot of people also talking about, one, that this was planned. I've seen a lot of stuff about how this was all planned to just like one, get ready for the Olympics. Yeah. And just also pay attention to who starts buying these lands that have gone burned down too.
It's scary because it's like, I don't want to like feed into the conspiracy theories because I feel like it's almost like disrespectful, you know?
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, you think about it and you're
like, you can see the pieces. Yeah.
It's just, there's a lot of, it sucks that we live in this world where we have our phones at our hands and we have so much information, but there's so much misinformation at the same time.
There's fake news out here.
People were posting videos of fires that weren't even in LA, like old videos from like past fires somewhere and posting it, and the people are like, this isn't even accurate.
I actually saw some people posting AI.
Yeah, AI shit, like
and stuff. Like,
and that literally, like you said, it causes like the hysteria. It causes like, you know, it's like fear mongering.
People believe anything.
Like after about 3 days, I had to turn the goddamn news off. Like honestly,
we don't have cable.
It sucks because like in that moment I was like, I also recognize it's a privilege that I could sit here and turn the news off because I know I'm not at grave danger in this moment of being burnt down, but there's people in close proximity who probably are like stuck,
hyper focused on
absolutely
it, just to make sure,
even Nat in Studio City, that house caught on fire literally up the hill.
Yeah, there was Studio City fires too.
She's on, like, that's on Whitsett. Like, it's literally, she was 3 blocks down the street.
I went to the Valley the next week, like literally a week since the fires had started, and I was driving down Reseda, and you can clearly still see the Palisades fires, like all the ash and all the smoke still going up. Like it was crazy.
See, no, I feel like
this Valley view is different. It makes it more real than obviously.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's gonna be really eerie going on that side once everything's calmed down. And getting into all that, let's talk about all the donations. Like there was a lot.
Let me tell you, LA
showed up and showed the fuck out.
Seriously, we really came together. And
anyone can natural disaster, it's us. No, I'm kidding. We might have to cut that out.
But it's just crazy that like we really just like came together so quickly at like the drop of a dime.
The wind wasn't even gone. The fires weren't even out yet. And people were like, yes, everybody rally up. Quick.
Obviously the biggest from I guess from our field that we've seen was Casey.
Yes.
From Brixton Woods offering up his space called Spaces. With Corey from Circulate. And they teamed up to create like a donation center the weekend right after the fires. Yeah. I know you guys donated.
Yeah, I dropped stuff off like Friday morning. As soon as he posted, like me, Leah, and Easy headed over there.
Yeah.
I had I honestly probably like 6 months, maybe more, went through a lot of my shoes upstairs and had put stuff aside to get rid of, to donate, to try to sell. Like some of it, it wasn't worth me trying to sell.
The trouble of it, yeah.
So it was like, okay, I'll probably end up eventually donating this, but it had been sitting there for months. And then I have like shoes in the garage that I no longer wear. Same thing, where it's just like, we
had extra stuff from
JD Sports and like
some of our other stuff that we've
gotten sent to us, like including like clothing items. Yeah. And so it was nice to bag all that up and take that over to Casey at Spaces like the first day. And he actually posted not like a recap, but a thank you yesterday with all the numbers,
like
and
30,000 pieces of just items in general were donated from there. I was like, holy shit.
To keep in mind, like this is just one organization event. There were
and that's more in LA.
Over that way.
Like, compared to what like the Pasadena donation centers or like the Altadena
so Pasadena, the first evacuation area was Pasadena Convention Center. I had seen somebody up there like working like Wednesday the first day. By Thursday they were like, we're at capacity for volunteers, like everyone's got to chill. Shit. So like people were together. People were like, we can't accept any more volunteers right now. Like it was getting out of control, and you know, donations started like flooding in. And then even Selena Rodriguez, she teamed up with Shoe Palace at Super Chief Gallery and put together a really huge drive. I had seen going on, like a ton of people out there through the weekend. Like same thing as Casey. It was like a really big success. I know, I think it was like Dream Center LA they had a huge turnout of like people pulling up, driving up, getting stuff, organizing. Nice. Yeah. And then I know that once things got so big up in Pasadena for the Altadena stuff, that the racetrack and Santa Anita is where all the donations and people were dropping stuff up out there. And it was huge.
Really?
Huge. And it was like kind of just literally pull up and take stuff.
Oh shit.
So, and
like whatever you need, just
whatever you need. Exactly. And I know there are people,
that's really cool.
And I think I wanted to volunteer, but at that point when I seen how big it was getting throughout the week, and I was like, it was a lot of people and it was hard to organize people. So it was like, they were like, just jump in. And I was like, I'm gonna sit this one out. Yeah. Just because I feel like in the aftermath of once things start really in the city, you know, I don't think I'll be there to volunteer for cleanup, but because I feel like that's unsafe. You need certain hazardous and stuff. Yeah. But I feel like there's going to be a lot more things like needed from these communities when it's time to rebuild. Yes, because we're far off from that. Yeah, like we're very far off.
People still don't know where they're about to live. You know, people are living in hotels. With their friends,
Airbnbs, and then whoever is fucking rent gouging, you deserve to go to hell.
Wait, what?
People are rent gouging. Like they're hiking rent prices knowing people are going to seek, I'm not going to say like asylum, but seek like a refugee or whatever. Like I'm not sure what the terminology is. So they've been saying like people like Airbnbs, like raising rent prices, doing like thing. And it's like, why would you do that in a national disaster? Like it's a time of crisis.
What in the hell?
Like there's a special place in hell for people like that. No. There was another really amazing pop-up in Pasadena called Altadena Girls, which was started by a teenage girl. It was a teenage girl who wanted to get supplies because she knew like girls her age and things that they needed. Yeah. And I think, you know, we forget a lot of, you know, the kids that were affected by this and lost everything. Yeah. Did you ever watch like The Hills? Were you into Heidi and Spencer? Have you been seeing all
I didn't really watch.
Shout out Spencer.
I haven't really watched their videos, but I did see someone post that like he is killing it. I saw one that they were trying to sue California for their house being burnt down, but also like he got Heidi's song to be number one
on shout out fucking Spencer Pratt. This is like the best comeback we've seen
in a reality
show. 2 decades. Like this, like from villain to hero, and he is going hard for his wife. Never in a million,
and always did.
Which is we just thought he was out of his mind, which he was. I love during the time when the Hills.
I never watched it when they. Oh yeah,
girl. I want to watch the reboot. No, imagine watching that live and at the end the fucking cat and it's all fake and everyone's like, we knew it was fake, but this was at the time where like we really truly believed reality TV. I mean,
honestly, that seemed more reality than the reality TV shows that happen now. Because
absolutely.
Because they didn't have like the confessionals afterwards. Like no. You really just had to go off of what you shoot. But then I did hear like some things were like a little plotted and whatnot, but I think you have to do that because
they even talked about that on Laguna Beach with like Kristen and how she was they were like they made her the evil one. But shout out fucking Spencer Pratt and Heidi. I'm loving watching their comeback, and you know funny. He's really hilarious. Like he's carrying TikTok on his back in the last few days, and we'll talk about the TikTok ban in a minute, but one of the things that I seen was really sweet because, you know, like in those moments when you're evacuating, everyone's like, you know, you kind of start to think what means the most to me. Yeah. And it was so sad because Heidi was showing her son and she grabbed like his little tooth fairy box and it had all his teeth and it was like, just made me sad. I was like, because it was just like, you know, those are the important things, you know, and her son was so happy to see it.
Something is important to everyone.
Absolutely. In different ways. But, you know, like for her and, you know, for Hollywood to paint these people as horrible, superficial, because she was open up front about plastic surgery at a time where nobody talked about plastic surgery. And, you know, the way they were shamed for that and just, you know, to see the humility and just that they're just down to earth people and they're just like, not saying they wouldn't be like everybody else, but, you know, just seeing that was nice. So shout out fucking Spencer Pratt. God.
But shout out to everyone that's been donating to. I also ended up donating stuff to spaces as well. I had so much stuff that I was also trying to sell. And like our third bathroom has been like my storage room. So
that's how my last place was. My bathroom was my storage room.
So when I was cleaning everything out, like I know Deshae was happy about that, but I got rid of like at least 2 or 3 like big bins. of things. So I'm really happy about that because I at the time too, when I was going through everything, I was like, you know what, like a lot of this is not important.
Yeah.
Like if I can just get rid of it, let me just get rid of it. I don't need to sell it. Like, you know, just give it to someone who obviously like needs it more than like I do right now. So I was happy to like, donate so much stuff. I was like, get it out of my house, please. We actually still have one big box that we need to drop off somewhere, but it's been so big. We getting it down the stairs and
I still have stuff I would like to sort through, but we shall see. I still have some shoes I'm supposed to drop off for shoe Hefner too. Okay. But I will say on that note, because you know it was nice to kind of go through our stuff and be like, you know, I don't need these things, somebody else does. But on the uglier side of that, people literally started dropping off junk and ripped clothes and stained clothes and used underwear. No, I'm so serious. I know people who were helping sort collections and said the fact that people were donating used socks and underwear, that is so disrespectful. And the fact that it even had to be said, like, these people are not homeless. They lost their houses. Like, be so fucking for real. Like, that, I think that, and like so many other people took it as an opportunity to like clean out junk from their house, which like I like honestly, because I got like a new oven thing, but I'm like, oh, I have this perfectly good air fryer I would like to give to somebody who in need, but I'm like, I don't want to just like drop it off. And I was also concerned about people, you know, kind of going through the places like Santa Anita and trying to like come up or whatever. And I was like, you know, it's not my place to pick. If somebody is in need, you are in need. But I just don't like people taking advantage of a situation, especially in something like this. And then also, shout out the motherfucking firefighters. Shout out the motherfucking firefighters, because wow. And then shout out the Mexican firefighters that came across the border to help California. Shout out Canada firefighters. Shout out all the out-of-state firefighters. Like, shout honestly,
incarcerated people who help.
Absolutely. The prisoners.
One of my homies actually from high school, I saw him posting about who is incarcerated, and he was out helping with the fires and stuff. I was like, oh, shit. Honestly, I didn't know that they did that, but that's actually really cool.
A lot of people, they had been talking about that for a while, and I've heard about that before, but I think it just made such headlines. And I really, really, really hope that California looks at the incarcerated not only differently, but to give them a better opportunity and chance to survive outside of prison when they leave, because they should be able to try to apply for a job or do something within the firefighter field after going through something like that, because that's a really big deal. And you know, a lot of people write off felons, you know, when they get out, and they're very limited into the things they can do, and it causes you know, some people to go back to their old ways because they have no other way of survival. But I really hope California changes something. I don't know what. I don't work in prison reform, but I fucking hope something. I forgot what I was going to say before that, because I was shouting out somebody else, but then I was like, the motherfucking firefighter.
But honestly, we can talk about the fires all day and stuff too, because I'm pretty sure we'll probably come back around to it when Henny gets back too, because I know I'm sure I know that she has a different perspective because she wasn't here. You know, but this has still been like her home for the past few years. Like 10 years, I think.
SK going to Palisades.
And then, you know, so I know she's going to have some things to share as well. But just so everyone knows, like, we are safe. We're good out here. Like I said, our hearts go out to like all the families, friends, businesses, companies that were extremely affected by the fires. And any way, shape, or form we can help, we will, and we can, and we have. So
hopefully we can do something in the near future when things start to get rebuilt and things start to calm down, because I know there was a lot of donations to be sorted through, and you know, people are going to need something, you know, now, tomorrow, the next day, 6 months from now. Rebuilding is not easy.
Safe to even rebuild.
I mean, in general, building a house from the ground up, it takes fucking forever. They haven't even begun to start thinking about cleaning all that up.
You got the oh God, yeah.
And there's a lot, like those houses, like they've been talking about the air quality out here, and like, you know, a lot of those houses have asbestos, lead, mold, certain things that are airborne. So it's a lot of safety and precautions right now. But yeah, I'm just praying for everybody that's been affected by that, because absolutely horrendous.
Well, on top of the fires, we also have Inauguration Day upon us. Well, by the time this comes out,
it'll already happen.
But
so we shall see.
We'll see how that plays out.
But the fuck is Snoop Dogg performing at Inauguration Day for? I don't know. Let's see. I'm hoping Sunday morning, because we're recording this prior. I'm hoping he's gonna come on Instagram or somewhere where he does his lives and be like, man, fuck Donald Trump. I'm like, ain't no motherfucking way.
What is happening? Him, Nelly. I saw Rick Ross doing something too. Like, what is up with all niggas? What is happening?
What?
Because
the math ain't mathing
at all.
So
and then on top of that, the TikTok ban.
Oh my God. I can't believe
I've seen
Supreme Court
theories about that being like they're just doing this so that when Trump comes in office, he's gonna like bring it back and then he's gonna be the hero and stuff.
I feel like there's so many levels to the TikTok thing. It's actually insane because like I had seen people talk like how a lot of these people in Senate who voted for the ban, how they have stake and stock in Meta, number one.
Oh my God.
I believe the TikTok ban started up while Trump was in office.
That makes sense.
Or like had something to do with him. Because that would have been prior to 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been about 2020. Yeah, was when everything happened. No, I think I can't fully remember. But still, like, I feel like you're trying to create solutions to problems that you had a part in.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But also the fact, and I know a lot of people are talking about this, like, why the fuck are you banning an app when you haven't even gotten control of like the gun control out here? Yeah, like healthcare, like, but want to police like women's bodies, like, yeah, but why?
It's insane.
Are you so focused on an app instead of the more important thing?
But have you seen everyone on Xiaohongshu?
Oh my God, yes.
Red Note?
And I have seen people talking about like you're signing up for this app, like you're basically signing up for Squid Games.
Okay, but literally, like it's a Chinese communist app. I did.
Oh my God. I was like you don't even know what you're signing up for. Type shit. So I saw somewhere too that said like someone was talking about obviously the ban, but like and why they were trying to ban it and like them selling people's like information and like TikTok was selling people
your data and the spies.
And then someone was like, it's not anything different than what all these
the apps already doing
have been doing to begin with, like Meta.
Yeah. So like a few days ago when Congress had met up and they were giving speeches, I forgot the old white man's name up there, but he was a good guy. He was up there and he was talking about like he was against this ban and he was like, I know there's things with TikTok, but he brought that up. He's like, if you're about to do this because of this reason, it's not just TikTok. The problem isn't TikTok. It's all these other apps doing the same shit. But the thing is, they don't want us finding out this information that we can get on TikTok from other countries. Like they keep us stupid as fuck. They feed us the fucking bullshit ass media that we get. That's why other countries' news outlets and news sources are not like ours. They're like, they'd be like, do you guys know this is going on? And we're like, lottie fucking nah. Very demure. Like they want to keep us stupid. And then somebody was like on Red Note, and I guess like, they've been calling us TikTok refugees over there.
Oh my God.
And one of them was saying the funny thing, because they were like asking, like, what about like Americans and this and that? And one of the things they said was, it's funny because you guys think you're free, but you guys don't have choices. Like you guys, like they give you, like you guys don't have options or something, like that you think you're free and stuff, but they were like, you guys live in an oligarchy. And so everyone's like a what, where it's like, there's a few wealthy people who run shit and you guys think, and we're like, the way China just read us.
That sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's been the TikTok thing is really crazy. And I don't think a lot of people have realized like how many small businesses, how many creators, how much money. I feel like I'm not going to say the economy is crashing. That's not where I'm going with this. That's an exaggeration.
Yeah.
But I do feel like that we're going to see something economically from this, because there's a lot of people who make money
and that started
TikTok.
That started on TikTok, changed their whole lives.
Absolutely.
Quit their jobs. So like them now trying to go back into the workforce where people are already not
hiring,
already not being able to get jobs at all. And we hear from Hen all the time. Like, she hasn't been able to have a job in like in the past year,
year and a half.
Yeah. So like all of them trying to go back into the workforce is going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
On top of like, but I mean, I saw something today too that was like, you shouldn't, like, being a content creator shouldn't be your main source. Like, you should have something on the side, yada yada. But like, if you've been content creating, like, you shouldn't have to begin with put all your eggs in one basket anyways. Because there's so many ways you can monetize on tons of different platforms too, you know? And obviously if you're big on TikTok, you should know that by now too. Obviously a lot of people have been getting more money on TikTok, but like, you can get it on YouTube. You got the shorts now. You have long form YouTube. That's what it's always been. Obviously Instagram. There's other different ways. Snapchat. Yada yada. You know, there's tons of different ways you can create content that doesn't just have to be on TikTok. So like, there are other ways to monetize while still being a content creator. You know, so just obviously you gotta think outside the box. I was never on TikTok like that. I tried it. I mean, like, I watch it, but I didn't post a lot of my content on there.
But I guess Lemonade is also like, and it's powered by I don't know what I'm gonna do without CapCut.
No idea about CapCut till yesterday,
because everyone kept saying CapCut, and I was like,
what do you mean?
So, but also like, everyone's on Lemonade, but it says powered by TikTok, so I'm confused. Did you see people leaving the TikTok offices this week? It was really sad. People were posting.
Oh no!
People, you know, TikTok obviously has employees too. There's a bunch of like, I seen like a sad video of someone like leaving TikTok. I was like, oh, this is depressing.
Oh, damn.
So
yeah, see, everyone literally is quit their job, or I guess left their jobs. That's a different thing, but still. Also, all that to say, there's a lot of shit going on right now. And I'm honestly glad we did like this type of episode because
it's all over the place.
It is, but like, it alleviates us from doing it again, or like trying to break up all the shit that we talking about that's been going on lately in like all the other episodes that we have coming out too. So we can get all this shit out
now,
and then we can get into sneakers and have a little escapism for everybody with all the other shit that's going on in the world. Because obviously, as much as we love talking about shoes and like what's happening right now in the sneaker community, like there's a lot of real shit happening that affects us and affects our money, affects the way we get shoes. Okay, so these things need to get talked about as well, especially when they're so close to us at home with like the fire. So yeah, of course we're going to talk about this shit. We're not just always going to be all sweet and nice with the sneakers and uniforms.
Yeah, because I think one of the things we wanted to do when we even created this podcast was like, talk about what we love, which is shoes and streetwear culture, the things that we do, because we really do that shit.
Yeah.
But like also like us and like real life and outside of that. And as women, all those things in between, you know? So yeah, this is just a little different side of that.
And a nice little catch up as well.
Yes. But I got to tell you guys how Fritzy almost died the other day.
Yes. Get into this before we head out. I didn't finish watching the whole story, so please.
Girl. Okay. So,
please.
So I used to live downtown LA. When I first got Fritzy in 2016. Yeah, 2016. I was living there when I got him. I found a groomer close by in Silver Lake area because was closer to that like corner of downtown. And I had taken him to the groomer there since forever. That we had been going there forever. So even when I kind of moved more east, it was a little bit more of a drive for me to take him, but I just was comfortable taking him there. It's kind of scary, like you take a risk with some groomers. I always worry about my dog's safety, and I'm comfortable with that groomer. He is the nicest person. They actually, like, Fritzy was there for about a year or two. They switched owners, but the new owner was Sweetie, and he's been going to him ever since. Same building. Well, my groomer has recently moved closer to West Hollywood. And he's on Melrose, and I'm like, oh my God. And it's already a hassle because getting the two done, it's like an all day thing. Cause usually they're like matted up. It takes forever. They're extra white. It's a process. It's a whole day process with the dogs. Like, kind of like when we get our hair done.
Yeah.
So,
facts.
But the thing is, their groomer is also right next to my gym. I drive a little bit further from my gym. I absolutely love my gym. It's like a social club. I love the Pilates classes. Anyway, so I was like, I'll just hit the gym for a little bit while the dogs are at the groomers, since it's right around the corner. And Leah had Boba come in with them to the groomer that day, because she hangs out with the boys a lot. So she's like, oh, I'll take her in. So Leah dropped off Boba like 5 minutes before me. We're like, let's go get coffee. So we want to go to Community Goods. So I'm like 5 minutes behind her. The groomers are right there on Melrose. And you know how like the buildings, how they have like the parking lots kind of behind the building?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the little alley with the parking lots behind. So you know, so you're not parked on the street. Uh-huh. So I pull up that way because my groomer had told me last time, just like come through the back door. So I pull up that way, and the main guy, his name is Alessandro, he wasn't there yet. He'd been coming in because it was 9 a.m. Like I had to drop the dogs off first thing in the morning. Yeah. But there was another girl there, and Boba was there with her, so we were the first ones. So I take them in. I'm like, okay, and they have like a little area to lock the dogs in, and I put them in that area. I leave. I go out the back door, and I don't think I shut the back door all the way, but the door is usually locked. Like they'll unlock it to let you in. So I figured she was going to be right behind me and lock the door. So I go to pull out and I'm leaving. I call Leah. I'm like, okay, I'm about to be on my way. I'm 5 minutes away. She's like, there's no line here. I'm like, oh, yay. Because if you know about Community Goods. So I was like literally about to pull out. I'm like a few things down. I'm still in the back parking lot. And, it's like that little dip to go in the parking lot. Uh-huh. I see the girl in my mirror carrying Coco, kind of like trying to run. And I just see Fitzgerald, that's not his full name. But fuck, if he had a full name, I'd fucking call him Fitzgerald Corbin. Fucking dart past me, and I'm like, oh my god,
backing up.
Yeah, well, no, I was already pulling out, so like I'm kind of like a few doors down from the groomer. So like he had to come out the back and like run this way. I'm about to pull out of the lot and get on the so here's Melrose and here's the side street and I'm behind right here.
Oh, okay.
So like this is like the side street because Formosa's this way. So it's like I'm like literally about to pull out into the driveway and turn left onto the street to get to Melrose.
Yeah.
I see him dart out. I'm just like, he's running so fast. So fast. I try to throw my car into fucking emergency brake goes on. My car doesn't have a park. I have to turn it off for it to go into park. I'm like trying to turn my car off. My window's down. I might have my keys in my hand, my phone, my purse, everything's sitting right there. I get out, my door is wide open. I take off fucking running after my dog. Cause I'm like, this girl is not running fast enough. Like, girl, you are not going to catch him.
He's running down the street or
he's running full speed. So Hills Melrose, here's this. He runs this way straight through fucking traffic in Melrose. I'm looking at him and I'm like, in that moment, I was like, oh my God, my dog's about to die. I'm about to lose my dog or the car is going to hit him. So I'm I just see him running and I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs, like Fritzy's name, screaming, because he did because when I seen him go by, I'm like, Fritz, because I was hoping he would jump in my car. But he was just like in panic mode, just focused. I run through Melrose traffic like my arms are out. I'm like, stop, my dog. I almost get hit by a car. Like the one's coming and I'm like, I'm not stopping, sir. You're going to have to fucking hit me to stop me. And I make it to the next side of the sidewalk. Like I'm on the other side of the street and he's like booking it. And like I see this guy, this older guy sees me and he I don't know what he says to Fritz, but Fritz stops and like looks at him and the guy goes to like grab him and Fritz goes to run and I'm like catching up because I'm like running full fucking speed. And right when Fritzy starts to run again, I'm like, don't you fucking dare. And he stops and I pick him up and I'm just like,
oh my God.
I literally
fucking Fritz.
I see the girl on like down that way on the other side of the street holding Coco. And I know she probably was scared because she almost lost my goddamn dog.
Thinking that it was her fault and she's gonna have to do my God.
Had I not been there, if I had pulled out fast, I wouldn't have gotten he's not microchipped.
And he's a runner.
He's a runner. He ran so I'm telling you, he was going full fucking speed. When he finally realized it was me, I was like, what are you doing? Like he kind of just looked like out of it. Like I don't know.
What caused him to run out?
I have no clue. Like, I don't know why he just like tried to escape. So she said like he hit the door and it opened. So she must have brought him out of the back room into the grooming room and didn't realize the door. Yeah, but the door wasn't fully shut because I had just left and I thought she was going to lock it to shut it.
Trying to get to you?
I don't know. Oh my God. Scariest fucking moment. Oh my God. That dog keeps me on fucking edge, y'all.
Oh man, does he?
Like in that moment though, like it really was like, I'm going to lose my dog right now. Like I just.
That's so scary.
It was so scary. It was so scary. Like I was full on out of breath when I caught him because I was like running. And luckily I was headed to the gym and I had some motherfucking running shoes on. Because I had somebody else message me saying like they were dog sitting for their mom and their dog did that. And she said I don't think it was in as busy of a street. Because if you know Melrose. Oh,
it's busy as fuck.
Oh my God.
And there's hardly any like stop signs or signals too.
Like
street light.
Oh my God. No. And it was 9 a.m. So it's like people are coming to and from work.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like I took him back in the groomer and I was like, new fear unlocked. Like my dog running away from the fucking groomer. Like, so now I'm like,
the street.
Now I have to get them both microchipped because I
just in case.
Yeah. I just literally cannot. I cannot. Because I don't like to put collars on them because when I leave them at home, I'm so scared like they're going to get caught.
I don't put a collar on top either unless we're walking outside.
Yeah. And I give them like the harness because I get too
I've heard horror stories about that.
Yes.
Like getting the leash or the collars getting caught on something.
Absolutely.
When you're not home.
When you're not home and choking them. No. So I just.
And they're home. Like, what do they need one for, really?
Exactly. So
only when he was younger, we kept it on because the bells were on it. So we knew where he was at. Yeah. Then once he got older, we were like, okay, he's good. He doesn't poop. He doesn't pee on anything.
You can't miss Chopper.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah, that was Fritzy's near-death experience.
Freaking
Lover boy, why would you do that to me? But he looks handsome as hell. He's got his haircut. Got him haircut. And I'll insert the photo of when I picked him up because he had a little tie on.
Oh my God! Like he didn't just scare you to death 3 hours ago.
You had me fucked up, and poor Coco's just Coco.
But
yeah.
Oh my God! Way to start of the year, man.
Yeah, and that morning, okay, like I know we're about to close this out, but in other news, Bad Bunny has a new album out.
Oh my God!
Bad Bunny has a new album out. It's fucking phenomenal. They're calling it his love letter to Puerto Rico. In all of this, Bad Bunny announces, I'm not going on tour. I'm having a motherfucking residency in Puerto Rico. You're coming to my...
That's dope.
Is it a country?
I think it's a country.
But it's part of America. Because you don't need a passport to go.
But it's not like it's part of the States.
True. So it's not a state. So yeah, it's their own country. But he's like, you're coming here. You're going to spend money here. You're going to fucking help the economy here.
That's dope.
So
that's cool as fuck.
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And it was like, you need to register for a code to get a ticket. When you get the code, you can get in the queue to buy a ticket. Okay, this was on Monday. Bitch, I bought a flight for Puerto Rico that day.
I can't. You don't even know what day. Wait, what day?
I was like, I'm going this day and I'm getting tickets for this day. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. So Tuesday night, because the code was like for Friday. They're like, tickets are going to go out Friday. You'll get your code for the pre-sale. And it's not just Americans. It's like the world fighting for these goddamn tickets. They said like 2 million people registered or something.
Oh
okay.
My God.
It was huge. And then
2 million people in freaking Puerto Rico.
No. And it's spread out because he's starting it in the end of July, going through August, and then he added more dates because so many people registered to September. And the first 9 shows are for Puerto Rican residents only. Those tickets were only sold at the Coliseo out there. They lined up to buy tickets. So it's like that's strictly for Puerto Ricans.
I love that.
Love it. But
that's really cool.
The thing is, Tuesday night, I'm like on the website and I'm like, what's this hotel package ticket combo? So they were like, hotel packages and VIP tickets are going on sale Wednesday before the code. So Wednesday morning before the grooming appointment, I'm up at 6 a.m. I'm up at 6 a.m. getting these motherfucking tickets. Okay. I was in queue for 40 minutes trying to get in. I finally get in. I'm like, okay, the VIP tickets were like $7 something. I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it. But the hotel packages for GA where the seats were not bad, including the hotel. I was like, it's like $900 a person because there was like 3 of us. Yeah. So our hotel and our tickets, and they're good seats. Because like the ticket prices he had posted, like the most expensive one was going to be like, not including VIP, was like $250 for GA. Okay. And that was like in some of the good areas. So they were like decent prices, you know, like not price gouging and stuff. So I finally decide on seats. Right when I go through and I'm click my card to process, the site crashes. I have to fight for another, like, this is like right before I leave the house to take the dogs to the groomer. I'm refreshing because the tickets, the section I wanted and the hotel that I wanted kept saying sold out, but I kept refreshing and stuff would pop up. I was refreshing for like over an hour. I got my tickets in the section I wanted, on the day I wanted, on the weekend I wanted. I was like, by Wednesday morning, my flight, my ticket, my hotel was booked. 2 days after him announcing the story. I was like, listen.
She's not playing.
I was not fucking playing.
Oh my God. God, I love that.
And what's crazy is the amount of people who did not get a code on Friday. I don't know.
Still didn't get a code.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I think they oversold with the hotels. And
probably.
Because a lot of people that did get in the queue, tickets were already sold out. And they were like, it was tickets up at the top, like scattered. I was like, ooh. I was like, I'm so glad I got a hotel package.
Yeah. That makes
more
sense.
Worth it. I am so excited, y'all.
God. Well,
Puerto Rico in August.
I'm happy for you. That's really cool.
Thanks.
And that's really cool that he's doing that too.
I love the concept, the idea.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'm obsessed.
Don't
you
listen
know,
to him, but good for him.
It's gonna be amazing. I'm super excited, and I wanted to go back to Puerto Rico this year anyway.
Oh, perfect.
And I knew I was like, if he was gonna go on tour, I was like, I kind of want to go to PR for the PR show. Like, I think it would be so good. And the fact that he's doing this, I was like, excited. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of eventful things to catch you guys up on.
Absolutely.
So I hope this longer episode than we expected.
Way longer. We were like 30 minutes. Yeah, we'll be on here. Minutes.
Yeah, that definitely didn't happen. But we got to talk out everything we need.
Yeah, I feel like we had a lot to get off our chest.
Yeah, you know.
And this is a good catch up for us.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah, seriously, because we haven't seen each other either. So,
yeah.
Obviously next week we'll for sure have Henny on.
We'll have Henny here.
Yeah. Yeah, and that episode should be good because we want to do a whole like
not a recap.
Reintroduction. You know, we have new followers, we have new listeners, and stuff like that. So I think it'd be nice to reintroduce ourselves to you guys.
Agreed.
We're not the same women we were a year and a few months ago when we first started it anyways. So
a lot has happened, a lot of life, a lot of things.
Yeah, so that should be cool.
That'll be fun. And also, we still haven't hit 10K. But I feel like only because once Janelle was grieving the loss of her friend, I mean, I'm sure you still are to an extent. And I think, during December, we recorded early, we pre-recorded, the holidays hit and we told ourselves we were going to take some time off, and then the fires hit. And we really haven't been on our Sneaky Leak account, really promoting or pushing anything on there. And so I think that really kind of just like slowed down the traction. Yeah. So, we'll hit 10K sooner than later.
Yeah.
But it really, I think once, life started happening, it wasn't really our focus of like.
Yeah. Just get followers. Yeah.
So.
Anyways, you should go follow us on Instagram at Sneaky Link Pod. And if you're watching this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on YouTube, Sneaky Link Podcast. And if you're listening to us, you should also go.
Fritzy said he's still here, guys.
Right? You should also still go subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes.
And also follow us on all of our social media, audio platforms. Spotify, Apple Podcast. Yeah, and until next week, you guys. We'll talk to you then.
Bye.
Bye.